hear me. Yes, and you. Okay. Okay, thanks. Someone's singing. I'll try to be quick. Okay. Okay. So this is the rest of the museum. Okay. So I don't know if you know anything about this place. It used to be a palace. So the King of France used to live here. But then with Louis XIV, the French kings started living in Versailles. So they stopped living in here, and now it's the biggest museum in the world. So you can see all the buildings. There are art pieces, there are paintings and statues, stuff like that. And there are also like under the ground, there's galleries full of paintings and stuff like that. Yes, the Mona Lisa is here. So this is what it looks like. There are several pyramids. This is this one. This is one of the entrance. This one is the big entrance. So there's like a lot of people all the time. There's like a small fountain. And what you see inside is the Christmas decoration. So it's not always here. But it's really there, this building too. Okay. I try to go somewhere where there's not a lot of people like this, where you can see everything. I don't know if you've seen Da Vinci Code, but this is the pyramids you can see in the movie. This is the inside again. There's like a lot of people all the time. Hey Lenny! I'll try to get a good view of the pyramids. We go here somewhere. Ireland isn't too far from France. But this is like one of the most expensive places in Paris. There's like the Eiffel Tower a bit further there. So if you want like a sandwich can be like almost 10 euros here. So it's really expensive. But I like this place. My grandparents live like a few blocks away. So this is the main entrance. And when there's a lot of tourists, there's like the huge line goes up to here. So people are just waiting for hours just to get inside. But there's another entrance that few people know. So it's easier to go through the small entrance. Yeah. I'll try to get good view. Sorry. And this is part of the palace too. This used to be. And there are the huge gardens. It's like a huge park. Okay. I think it's I'm just getting some view. Sorry about the wind. It's probably the wind. I'm trying to get the flag like inside the mirror. Yeah, like this. Okay. This is one part, and the other part is where I was earlier. There's like this huge place. So yes, this is huge, and it was only for one family at the time, plus the noble people. But yes, it was crazy. And what's even more crazy is that this used to be a huge castle, but the one in Versailles is even bigger. So French kings used to love huge places like this. No, I don't hate California. California is nice. I hope that there's not too much wind. Sorry about the wind. I'll try to get a view with the gardens. Oh wait. There's a lot of people here. Oh, and if you ever come to Paris, don't buy this. They're way too expensive. You can find cheaper everywhere. Yeah, French people like big things. They have huge castles and the Eiffel Tower. You'll get to see the Eiffel Tower. It's like behind the tree there. Okay. What did I do? Sorry. This is one of the entrances. There are several entrances where you can go, like the pedestrians can go on the side and enter the building, and the cars have to go here through this place. And yes, no car can park here. So it's really, there's a lot of cars everywhere, but at least there's no car. There's bubbles everywhere. I don't know if you can see them. Someone is making bubbles. Finally, sorry. There's a lot of people everywhere. That's crazy. We might see each other someday. It would be awesome to like spend at least a whole day all together, same place. I love bubbles. And don't worry, footprint. I'm careful. I'm just used to cross the road like this. Okay, so this is a tiny Arc of Triumph. I don't know how you call this. So when a king or an emperor was winning a battle, they built this. So the most famous one is the one there in the Champs-Élysées. You can see it maybe. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm really bad at using my phone. But I can't find the wind. This is a nice thing. But the most famous one is the one you can see maybe there in the shadows. It's almost night here. It's like 5 p.m. and you'll be able to see the Eiffel Tower in a few seconds. Try to show it to you. Oh no! Sorry, I've got a new phone and I don't know how to hold it yet. Okay, so this is the Eiffel Tower. It's actually huge. It's like really far, so you can't see it. Okay. So this is very specific in Paris because you've got the Louvre, the pyramid, and in front there's the Arc of Triumph, the small one. Then there's the Concorde, so it's like a huge obelisk. I don't know how you call this. And then the Arc of Triumph, and then the Arc of the Defense. So it's like the city in London. It's where there are finances and economy and stuff like that. I don't know how to call it. And all these things are like on one line, and it's great to take photos from the Défense. This is a museum. It used to be a train station, but now it's a museum called Musée d'Orsay. This is not really nice because it's winter. This place is beautiful during summer or spring. And one day when I was a kid, this is a maze, and I managed to get lost in it because I was following a mouse, and my grandparents had to call the policeman to find me because they lost me in a sea of people. I'm great. What about you? Okay. Setting so many things. Why? How can I even stream? Oh, it's cool today. It's holidays in France. Please don't put me on the family TV. There are statues everywhere. And there are birds everywhere. I've got an awful accent today, I don't know why, sorry. Be careful, Chloe. Need to stop touching the screen. Sorry. Okay, goodbye, Chloe. See you later. There's a lot of statues. In summer, there are small boats that you can rent for like a few hours. And I used, when I was a kid, to play in the water with the small boats. It looks like ships. And it's really great for kids to play here during summer. But it's almost winter, so. I think that here you'll get to see the Louvre again. Okay. So all these buildings are part of the same palace. always forget how long this park is. Hey Phoebe! I think that this is Caesar. Okay. Sorry, I'm in the park with a lot of statues. I'm trying to go from the Louvre there to like the Concorde. I have no idea what these things are. Hey! Yes, it is, but it's not great in autumn. It's better in spring when there's flowers everywhere. And here you can't feel it, but it's quite cold. It's like 5 degrees or something like that. So it's not a lot. This park is so big. I wasn't expecting to walk so much. Okay, I'm almost at the end of the park. Sorry, this is really long. But at least now you should be able very soon to see the Eiffel Tower better than a few minutes ago. I put this on there. Here there's almost no more statues. It's mostly like birds, and usually in summer or in spring there are flowers everywhere here, so it's beautiful. But right now there's like only leaves and stuff like that. So it doesn't look as nice as it used to, like last summer. Okay. We're almost in the Concorde. So I don't know if you remember it, friend, but it's like the huge obelisk that I showed you when I went to the Eiffel Tower. Yes, I got my glasses like a month ago or something like that. Okay, I'm almost there. This place is so long. Sorry. Oh, by the way, my parents gave me this t-shirt. I had forgotten it at home. I don't even remember this place. I haven't been here so long. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Okay, so I switch it here. A piece of the Eiffel Tower here. You can see at least the third stage, and this is the Concorde here. So the Emperor Napoleon, when he went to Egypt, he took it as a souvenir. So it's full of hieroglyphs. I don't know if you pronounce it like this, but you know the Egyptian writing. These are some more statues. And this place, oh, this one, I don't remember. This one is called the Jeu de Paume. And during the French Revolution, this is where they signed the fact that they didn't want the nobles and the king to be the best ones. And I'm trying to summarize it. It's way more complex than this. But yes, they wanted to sign it in the palace, but the doors were closed. So they decided to go here, which was like, it was kind of like tennis court, but in the inside it was and they went there to sign it. It's a lot of statues of that. I almost there. Sorry. There's so much room. I'm almost at the gates. Sorry for the time it takes. I walk so slowly today. I don't know why. I have no idea what this is. Finally. Okay, so this is the Concorde, this is les Champs-Élysées, this is the Arc de Triomphe, and here is the Eiffel Tower. Yes. I think that you remember when I went there with friend, but it was a sunny day. It was great. Today is like really grey. It's going to rain soon. This place is very famous because it's like the whole roof of this building is made of glass, and it's called the Grand Palais, so the Big Palace. No idea, Lenny. Not for too long because it's really cold. So at some point I'll take a metro or bus to go back home. You don't even have to stay. Like I'll put the stream on my channel anyway. I was just in Paris and I thought maybe you'd like to see what it looks like. There's so many people. There are cars everywhere. We are almost near the Seine, so it's like the river that crosses Paris. So this place is one of the places where we bought the house. I think it's the Assemblée Nationale. So it's like the parliament, the French parliament. And we have two. This one is with one of our chambers and the other one is there. So I think that this is the Assembly and the Senate is there. Something like that. I don't really know French politics. I know the buildings because they're very famous here. Okay. So this is les Champs-Élysées, but I'm too tired to go there. So I just crossed the Seine to show you the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Eden, I don't remember how to pronounce it. I'll say Eden, so correct me if I don't say it right. So these are all the boats here. Okay. This is Notre Dame, so it's like the huge cathedral. Don't know if you've ever heard about it. And don't worry, it's not an important stream or anything. I was just in Paris for the day, so I decided to stream here. And I'll leave it on my channel anyway, so if you want to watch it, you can. If you don't want to, don't watch it. It's okay. Just for those who wanted to see what Paris looks like. And if my grandparents went there, I would stream during the night because it's so beautiful. But so the story took place here. So it's not an actual story. The cathedral was going to be destructed. I don't remember how to say it. So Victor Hugo decided to write a book about it and to describe how beautiful it was. So he put the story of the hunchback in it, but it was mostly to describe everything about the cathedral so that they wouldn't destroy it. And it's made so many people come to Paris just for this cathedral that they didn't destroy it, and they decided to make a few renovations in it. So that's why we still got the cathedral, and that's why we got the book about the hunchback. But there never was a hunchback or Esmeralda and all these characters. Okay, so this is the assembly. The only thing I remember of this building, I don't know if you can still hear me. It's the statues you can see. Every statue represents one kind of one important person from the assembly. Bye, Eden. So there were like the people who used to be in the assembly a long time ago. I don't remember their names, but I know that they were famous. So much film. French history. I don't know a lot of things about Paris history, but I know about like the revolutions and the things that teach us in school. If you have any questions, try to answer. I'll try not to get hit by a car. I've tried to take you to the Eiffel Tower because it's right there. Before the Eiffel Tower there's a museum called the Quai Branly. So it's a museum about Oceania, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. It's like the story of like New Zealand, Polynesia, Australia and all these countries. And it's also called Musée Jacques Chirac because he was one of our presidents and he had this huge personal collection and he put it in this museum. But we don't really call it like this, we mostly call it Quai Branly. Well, I'm not really qualified to teach anything, but I can still try to tell you what I know about Paris and France. Okay. I don't remember what this building is. Yes, Andy? And here you can walk, and there's boats with restaurants, there's boats with a swimming pool and stuff like that. Okay, Andy. I have no idea what this is. I don't remember this place. I usually walk there and then cross the bridge to go to the Eiffel Tower. So I don't know what this is. Apparently there's something official because there are guards. I don't know what this is. I'm almost there. Sorry for all the time it took. This is the building I showed you earlier with the roof made of glass. And so this is the Grand Palais, so the big palace, and this is the Petit Palais, so the small palace. And like in this one there's like art expositions with paintings and stuff like that. And this one is called the Palais des Sciences, so the science palace. And it's like a big museum about science, and it's one of the only places where you can see antimatter particles. It's pretty cool, but I'm a huge nerd, so maybe that's why I like it. This is Les Invalides, so it's a military museum. This one, I don't remember which bridge it is. It's Louis something, I think. I'm not sure. Quai d'Orsay, okay. And this, the huge building you see, it's like the only skyscraper that we have in France. And it's really small. Okay. Okay. So there's like I think it's a minister, or maybe not the president, but it's an important person. No idea who it was. Okay. So this is Justice. This one is I don't remember. So it's like all the powers with justice and law and freedom and stuff like that. So each statue represents one different power. This is another boat. Oh, sorry about the volume. Every time there's like the president or someone from the government in Paris, there's like his car and all the policemen around it. So it's a bit noisy. I'm almost there, guys. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm really almost there. Good friend, you probably remember this place. It's near the place I got lost because I had no idea where I was. I'm really not good at finding my way. And this is like a bus you can take to go from one place to another, but on the water. There are several things like this in Paris. So they stop at different stops, like a bus, except it's on the same. But it's quite expensive, so it's mostly for the tourists. What the hell, Andy? What? Why? It's even weather here because it's like 5 degrees Celsius. I have no idea how much it is in Fahrenheit, but it's really cold. So I can't imagine anyone naked here. I'll try not to get lost this time. Oh, I know what I'm going to show you. If you want a little bit more of history with France, I have something I can show you. I'm almost there. Yes, your school is really wet. But my school was wet too, so I guess it's just some people who are wet. Sorry about all the mistakes I make in English. I'm really tired and I tend to make more mistakes these last few days. I think that I improved a little bit my accents, but I'm not sure about that. I'm trying to at least. I try not to fall. I have no idea what these buildings are. I think they're like companies and stuff like that. Not really sure though. And all the people who are living in this area of Paris, they're like at least millionaires. So it's one of the most expensive places in Paris. So to get like a usual side apartment, it's like 2 or maybe 3 billion euros. So that's a lot. No, yours is really adorable. I love your life, baby. Really. Cam 2.0. this is definitely a church. I have no idea which one it is, though. Because in France we have churches literally everywhere. But I'm almost there. I think it's the right way. Yes. Okay. So this is a monument for the battle in Tunisia. So we had a lot of battles in North Africa. Sorry about the wind. It's not a wind today. This place is way too long. I should have taken this. Oh, a bus or something like that. I'm trying to make you laugh because I like when you laugh or when you smile. Yes, it's adorable. Of course. It's not here. Is it just because I'm a cute child, or everyone else always wants to play in these things when they see one? Every time I see this, I'm like, I want to play in it. But maybe that's just because I'm a child. No. I think it's the bridge near the Eiffel Tower. I didn't even know that I was going to walk so much today. So I have my usual shoes and I'm regretting it. Because Converses are really nice. But when you want to walk a lot like this, it's not really comfortable. I wish I could play like this. Usually when there's no kid in it, or when I'm not streaming of course, I go on the playground. You can ask Carlos, he has like a few pictures of me because I was like, I'm on the playground and he didn't believe me, so... Oh, there it is. Okay. I finally found it. So, I'll try not to get hit by a car or something, but this is the Eiffel Tower. And food friend, you're going to remember all these places because I took you and Carlos there during summer. And this is like the entrance for the Museum of the Sewage of Paris, because yes, you can visit them. So there it is, and I think that's the entrance of the catacombs somewhere else, and I really want to go there, but every time I find someone who's okay to go there, they realize that it's like literally a huge place underground filled with skulls, so they don't want to go with me. So I've never been there yet. So if any one of you is interested in going to a place full of skulls, just tell me. This is a church, apparently. It's the Eiffel Tower. I'm trying not to get very hot. I'm doing my best. Oh yeah, this is. Sorry. This is an Orthodox church. So it's like the religion in Russia. Yes, I run. I was a great sprinter. I used to be the best sprinter in my school. But I'm just lazy. And my knee hurts. So I don't run that much. But when I'm late or when I'm about to get hit by a car, of course I run. When I was in high school, I used to wear a red jacket. And people used to say, "Oh, I saw you this morning," or at least I saw a red stain running like 1 minute before the beginning of class. So I guess it was you. And yes, it was always me. So I used to run a lot. And now I'm just lazy, so I take the bus. Or I walk like today. You made me do love sports. So we're almost there. I know that I keep repeating it, but this time I'm sure about it. We're almost near the museum I told you about a few minutes ago. Thank you for the pizza. There's a lot of people. Maybe they don't want to be filmed, so just go to. And I know it looks like it's almost night, but it's not even 6 p.m. It's just getting darker. Okay, so this is the museum. If I don't get hit by a car. But I will, I really will. Because I really want to hug you. I want to hug every one of you, so if I get to meet one of you, I'll just run. This is the kind of things you can see in this museum. So this is the outside, there's like gardens here. And then the inside, there's a lot of statues and there's a huge collection of art. Mostly from the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. And maybe you can see it. We are almost under the Eiffel Tower. Almost. It's here. So. Why is this so long? The street is way too long. Sorry, I'm always complaining. Okay, so this was like the very first building in Paris that had green walls with plants. So I think that you can hear me again. So yes, there's not a lot of plants here because it's winter. But awesome! So Phoebe, Flurry hasn't watched Doctor Who yet. She's about to start watching Doctor Who, and she's about to love it. So I think this is yes. Would you like some more history about France, or the Eiffel Tower first? What? What's that? Oh, okay.
You gotta get to the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower's right there.
Oh, I guess you're going to see the Eiffel Tower first, because there it is. It's big. It's like really, really big. It's the biggest monument in Paris. So yeah, I know. I kind of watched halfway before crossing, but I mostly hear if there's a car or not. People are used to cross streets like this anyway. So, oh, God. Sorry. Okay. So, oh, sorry. I'm trying to hold my phone properly. Okay. So, there's a big restaurant here, the first stage. The second stage is mostly to see the view. So you can take the stairs to go up to the second stair, and then the second floor, and then for the third floor you have to take an elevator because it would be dangerous to take the stairs. When I was young, I used to climb all the stairs up to the second floor and then take an elevator to go up to the third one. But the problem with the Eiffel Tower is that if you bought your tickets like a few days before, it's like 1 hour to wait. But if you didn't, you have to wait up to 5 hours to finally get to buy a ticket. So it's a very long wait. That's why I don't really go there often. And also it's because it's really expensive. And I ate at the restaurants a few times in my life. But I was really young and I didn't know that it was really expensive. So last time I went there, I saw the prices and I was, okay, I'll never eat there again. This is what I love to do usually when I'm in Paris. And this place is where you can see the Eiffel Tower from the distance. I think that now I got back there. It's even better at night, like actual nights. But if I stay here for too long, my grandparents are going to get worried. I'll go back home very soon. I told them that I was going to the Louvre. I was supposed to go to the museum, so they know that I won't be home before like 7. But I can't really stay too long. And this is a really good spot. I don't remember if I sent you this picture, Jordan. It's like the place where I ate my croissant when I went to buy a croissant last time. Oh, there it is. Okay, they put the light. You're really lucky. So they finally put the light. So this is what the Eiffel Tower looks at night. So yes, it's really beautiful at this time. So I'm sorry because there were a lot of terrorist attacks, so they had to put this huge glass thing. But before, I used to go directly under the Eiffel Tower. So this is beautiful. So every night, from I think it's 8 p.m., they light the top of the Eiffel Tower. So it looks like a lighthouse in the sea, and you can see it from all over Paris. So it's really beautiful. It's like it's gorgeous because you can see the lights going all across Paris, and the Eiffel Towers here it's like a yellow or like normal lights, but sometimes they put the European flag, so it becomes blue with the stars, and sometimes it's blue, white, red. Sometimes it's like it changes, and they put lights to make flags, and so it looks different for special events, but it usually looks like this. Usually. Yes. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Maybe I'll show you just one last thing before taking the metro. There's an interesting monument here, and it's so not famous that most French people don't even know that it exists, because we don't really teach this at school, but it's really interesting. Yes, it's mostly when either for the 14th of July, because it's our national day, or when there's like a terrorist attack, they put the French flag on the Eiffel Tower to remind that it happened in France. Yes. I don't really know if my explanations are clear. It's not always, it's like not every day blue, white and red. But it happens. It does happen. Okay, I'm going to cross here, or to try to cross here. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I made it. Okay. This is really important because I don't know if you've heard about it, but in France we had several colonies, including Algeria, and they decided to go on a war when Algeria wanted independence. And instead of sending actual soldiers, they sent the young ones, you know, like the teenagers that were sent for several months to become like military for a few months before being civilians again. And it was obligatory, so they couldn't say no. And all these young people were sent there, and most of them died. And in France, we don't really talk about it. It's a bit taboo, but this monument talks about it, and it's everything you can see here. I don't know if you can really see it. It's the names of all the people who were killed during the battles and during this war. So, oh, yeah, it's awesome. I'm really happy for you, Carlos. Really. Wait. Yes. So it was from 1954 to 1962. Now it's completely night. My grandparents are getting worried, I think. I don't know. But it's okay. When they're not here, I can usually go up to 1 a.m. But I won't do this today. So I don't really know what to show you now. Maybe I can cross a bridge somewhere. Yes, I'll probably go home soon. There's no bus or metro that goes to my grandparents' house here, apartment, so there's one near the Louvre. If you want to see anything about Paris, just tell me now, because this is like most of the famous monuments in Paris are near where I am right now. So if there's something you've always wanted to see or something like that, I can show it to you quickly. But I think I showed you like the most important, because there's the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre, like the two places why people go to Paris. Most tourists go to Paris just to see these places. You still see it here. It's really nice at this time. At least now you know a bit about Paris. Oh no, I forgot to go to the post office. Food friend, I'm going to send you the raccoon, but maybe not today, because it's like almost 6 p.m. and I don't know if there's a post office open at this time. But tomorrow morning I'll send it to you. So you should receive it in like 1, maybe 2 weeks, I think. I'm not sure. I have no idea where I am exactly. Well, I know where I am, but I don't know the name of this place. Oh, there's a rat. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, not this one. Oh yes, this is the fireman, I think. No, this is the policeman. Okay, so this is just an important person. Just people escorting an important person. This is like different type of. But the ambulances and stuff like that in your country, or in your countries, because even in Great Britain, it's like awful. But here it's like always this small melody. I don't know how to call it. It's exactly the melody, but better to hear. And this is one of the boats you can see with a lot of tourists. This is a good way to visit Paris when you're a tourist and you don't have a lot of time. And this is the Eiffel Tower. What time is it? It's not even 6 p.m. It's already night. But the hour changed like last night. So 2 days ago at this hour it was 7 p.m. So I don't really know where I am for the moment. Wait. If it's still. Yes, sorry. At least here I'm like near the water, and I know that if I follow the water, I can come home because my grandparents live right next to the sea. But the other time, I had no idea where it was. All I knew was that I wasn't too far from the Eiffel Tower, and that's it. So, I like the view from there. It's really nice. And this is museum. Okay, this is a museum of modern art, apparently. I've never been there. I didn't even know that it exists, but apparently it does. I've never been on this part of Paris because I usually stayed there. I never crossed the Seine at this place, or I stay in the Champs-Élysées. So, in this season, this is quite nice. These long boats that you can see, people actually live in there. So it's like tiny houses on the sea, on the Seine. Sorry. So it's quite nice to live in it, except in winter because when it starts getting really cold, it's not really comfortable. And this is just like maybe coal or something like that. Awesome! Which one? Is it like the first one or? Oh, okay. It's a nice one. For this one, I really prefer the book. I mean, I prefer the book for all of them, but the story was way more complex in the books than it was in the movies. I was a bit disappointed by this movie. But it's a great movie because every Harry Potter movie is great. There were too many things missing from the book. When did I know? Oh, okay. I think Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay, so I don't know if you know, I think that you know about her. Lady Diana, who died under a bridge. So this is this bridge. It's called the Pont de l'Alma. So the only reason why it's famous is because she died here. And this is still the Orthodox church that we saw earlier, and this is the Eiffel Tower. It's pretty nice at this hour. Yes, the movies would be great if they were like the same things but as a series. So it would be like one movie or one episode per chapter, because there were so many things in the books. We took everything away from the book. Yes, this is the monuments. Sorry. I think that this place is famous, but I don't know the name. I've been streaming for more than an hour. So it's just going to be like the palace, nothing more. This is the kind of place where I don't like to be alone at night, because there are a lot of weird people at this time. But it's okay because it's not too late at night. So. Oh, sorry. Doing the exact path I was taking earlier, but the other side of the river. So earlier I was there, beyond there. Yeah. There are many ships here. Well, not exactly ships. It's mostly, I don't know how you call this. We call them the bateau mouche, so it's like flies, moths, like the insect. I don't even know why they're called like this. Yes. I'd be like, what's this? What's that? What do you use it for, and all these things? I'm going to ask so many questions. I'm going to be so annoying. I'm like a kid when I visit a new town, because I really know Paris, because I've been almost every week to Paris since I was born. I think I was 1 year old. But my mom grew up in Paris, so I really know a lot of places here. So I don't question everything anymore. But when I go to a new city, like when I was to Edinburgh, or when I was to Cambodia, I'm always like, what's this? What's this for? And what's that? And all this questions. And apparently I'm really annoying. So sorry about that. I hope that I won't be too annoying. And I'll try to work on my accent before I come. because I know that my accent is better than the last time I streamed, but it's still not great. It's still not great, so I'm sorry about that. This is a souvenir shop. I don't know if you can see it. And this is a restaurant on the boat. I wouldn't be annoying, really. Unless you like having a kid ask you everything, like, you know, I'm like these kids who ask why, and all these questions, like why the sky is blue, why the clouds are white, and all these things. Well, I don't ask these questions anymore because I know the answers, but I ask these questions about like what's this building for, what's this thing, what's this kind of food, what do you do here, and all these things. So it can get pretty annoying really fast. I'm sorry about that. But if you have any question about here, the best Scottish accent, and the New Zealand, the accent from New Zealand is beautiful. But my favorite accent is the Scottish accent because it's the best accent in the world to me. I don't know about what you think about these accents. And I have an Irish teacher, and I love her accent, but not as much as the Scottish or the Welsh accent. But all accents from Great Britain and from the British Islands are really, I really love all these accents. I don't know if you remember, earlier I showed you a bridge with golden statues, and I'm almost on that bridge, but on the other side. So each statue represents something. There was justice, and I don't remember at the other side, and this side, I don't remember. I need to read it. Yes, Scottish accent is so beautiful. That's why I love going to Edinburgh. I love the accent there. And I used to get a small Scottish accent every time I went to Scotland. But no, I don't really have it anymore. But I can still read the text with a Scottish accent. But it's not a reflex anymore. But I used to do it without realizing it. Sorry. And my English teachers had no idea that I was going so often to Edinburgh. They were all like, what the hell was this accent? Because they had either an American accent or a British accent. So I don't even know this place. The Eiffel Tower is still there, of course. Oh, and this is the building with the glass roof. Now you can see it better. It's really impressive inside. I find it really beautiful. I have no idea what this statue is. I think that there's a statue of Lafayette near this place. I know that I took a picture of this statue and I sent it to Carlos the other time, but it was a long time ago and I don't really remember where it was. But I think it's near this place. So I'll try to find it. Yes, well, it went over here. Why? Because there's Oh, I don't know how to talk anymore. Sorry. My accent is weird. I know it. I'm trying to work on it because we have phonetics class. So, yes, my phone is at 55%. It's very new and I charged it right before I went to Paris. So I think it was at 70% or something like that when I started filming. So I have a lot of time before it goes down. Is it this one? Okay. I can't even read what's written here. School children of the United States in grateful memory of Lafayette statesman, soldier, patriot. Okay, so this is Lafayette. I still have no idea why he's so famous in your country, but I know that he is. So this statue was made by American students, or at least it was ordered by American students. And this is Lafayette. But I learn about him in a few weeks. But for now, all I know is that he's famous and he did something to help you during the independence war. But I have no idea what he did exactly. So, and this building there is the only skyscraper in the. Oh, wait. This is what I meant earlier about the Eiffel Tower turning into a lighthouse. So it does, I think, 3 tons every 5 minutes or something like that. And I can see it from my grandparents' house because I can see the third roof, the third floor from my grandparents' apartment, from my room. So when I was younger, I used to climb the couch just to watch the Eiffel Tower from the window. And this is where I got lost the other time I went to Paris. So Carlos and Jordan, when I was near the Eiffel Tower and I suddenly didn't know where I was actually behind this building. So it's called the Invalides. This is where the tomb of Napoleon the First is. And it's also a war museum, or at least an army museum. And it used to be the hospital for the military in France. So whenever a soldier or a colonel or something was injured, they would go there. It was their hospital. It's not anymore. No, it's just a museum, but it's the building is still here. So yes. And this is the bridge I was on earlier. The lights with the flags. It's the Musée d'Orsay, so it's the old station, the old train station that they turned into a museum. So, oh no, sorry. Okay. You don't only have dirt, and I don't have all these cool things because I'm in Paris because I'm at my grandparents' house, apartment. I need to stop saying house, sorry. But I come from a place where there are only water and bridges. In my town we have 250 bridges or something like that, and that's it. We don't even have a McDonald's in my town. So there's literally nothing. We don't even have a big store or something like that. We have to go to another town for that. Yes, that's what I told them about earlier, but I think you weren't there. So it looks a bit like a lighthouse. and it does that for a few minutes, every 5 minutes, from it started at 6 p.m. till I think 11 p.m. something like that. So yes, and sometimes during the summer it starts becoming blue with the stars of the European flag, but this is a usual day, so it looks like this. Yes, there's a restaurant in the Eiffel Tower, and it's really expensive, and I went there a few times when I was young, and when I told my parents about that, they were like, oh my goodness, you went to that restaurant, that's crazy, and all that stuff. But I had no idea this time that it was so expensive. But last time I went there, I discovered that the menu is about 100 euros minimum. And I also know that since when I was younger, my grandparents would never tell me about how much it was, and I had no notion of money. So when I was hungry, I would take a lot of food. So I think that they might have spent like 300 euros just for one meal or something like that. But no, not that I know it. Every time my grandmother asked me to go to this restaurant, I say no. But when I was really young, I didn't know about it, so I'd say yes, of course, because I love eating snakes and stuff like that. No, but most people, when they propose, it's here. Quite often, but there are actually stairs. But some people do climb it, and people who walk there also climb it sometimes. But it's not that often. There are crazy people. There was this one guy who tried to jump from there with it wasn't like suicide, it's like he had a skateboard or something like that, and he just wanted to prove that he could do it, and it kind of failed. So he didn't die, but he was injured. There are crazy people like this. But an interesting thing about the Eiffel Tower is that when they were building it, there was not all the techniques that we have today. So to put all the metal things on the Eiffel Tower, they would have like ropes and swing from one place to another, and they looked like monkeys. So they were called the monkeys because they would like take a rope and like jump from one place to another place just to build the Eiffel Tower pieces by pieces. So that's why if you come to France and you hear about the monkeys and the Eiffel Tower, it's just the name of the people who used to build it when Gustave Eiffel decided to make it. And I don't know if you know about this, but the Eiffel Tower, yes, that's what I was going to say. The Eiffel Tower, it wasn't supposed to stay for such a long time. Yeah, no, it won't be here, but there's something he is going to climb in it, because I know what the room looks like, and I know that Tyler won't resist to climb it, so he's going to climb something. But the Eiffel Tower, no, it's too protected now. They have guards everywhere to stop people from doing that, because someone could put a bomb in it or something like that. But in the beginning, when it was built, it was only for the Universal exhibition, so it was only going to stay here for a few months, and then it would be put down and just stay as a memory or something. But it was so much loved by everyone. Like everybody would come to this exhibition and see the Eiffel Tower and say, "Oh my God, this is beautiful," and all this stuff. But they decided to keep it. And at first, people living in Paris, they hated it because it looked like nothing to them. It was only metal stuff, and they really didn't like it. So they almost put it down. But in the end, it stayed, and it's still here today. and it's the most visited monument in the whole world. So yes, people just like the Eiffel Tower, but it wasn't supposed to stay like this. I don't know if you knew about this. We learned this in France, but I don't know if they teach it in other countries. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the Concorde. So I'm almost at the Louvre, where I was earlier, where I started streaming. So I'm near the obelisk from Egypt. What can you see there? This place is too expensive. Don't really know what to show you. I just realized that I've just been walking for like 20 minutes in the Champs-Élysées without even noticing it. Oh. Le Concorde. Oh. Okay, sorry. My grandparents are getting married. No. I don't know what you can see from. Okay. There are bikes everywhere. I just realized it. This is another house on a boat. Has anyone hanky? What is hanky panky? Because I have no idea what this is. So maybe, but I don't know what this is, so I can't really answer. What the hell is that? But oh, yes, I think so. But the most original place to do it was on Morrison's grave. Wait, I try not to get hit by a car. Okay. So on Jim Morrison's grave, there used to be a lot of people coming at night to have sex on his tomb. And that's why there are fences all around his grave. People are a bit weird. It's the time of the day where people just stop walking and they all come home. There are cars and buses everywhere at this time. And this is the park where I was in earlier. I think I'm going to go to this park again because there are lots of cars everywhere and I don't want to get hit by a car. Musée de Vieux-Port, musée de l'Orangerie. And there are two big bookshops and they're the only bookshops in Paris. Not the only, but the biggest bookshops in Paris where they only sell books in English. So that's where I go. So it's like Smith and the other one I don't remember. And there's an American bookshop near Notre Dame. And someday I'll try to film in it. Maybe not stream, but at least film to show it to you, because it's the most impressive bookshop in Paris. It's really tiny, and the walls are made of books, and it's only really old American literature, but it's one of my favorite places in Paris. What's your favorite genre in American theater? Well, the first things I think about, of course, are burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. Because in France, we mostly learn about this. But then there's like the pumpkin pie that I have never tried in my life, and turkey, this stuff. I don't really know a lot of American dishes. I know that there are lots, but I don't really know them. Seriously, I mostly know about the pies and the stuff like that. Sorry. It's because the only time I learned about American food was when a guy he was from Boston, and he stayed like for 2 or 3 months. Yes, he stayed till November, because the last class we had with him was on Thanksgiving Day, and he told us about all the food you eat for Thanksgiving. So that's the only time I learned about American food. But in France, when you say American food, you immediately think about burgers and hot dogs and like all the fast foods. So yes, that's the vision we have of America. Sorry, but I know it's not good. I know it's not really what you eat all the time, but that's what people say in France. Sorry. I really need to learn more about American food. You're going to teach me, because I want to try everything I can when I go there. Oh, there's a rat again. I'm one of these crazy people that might seeing a rat running in the park in Paris, but people are always scared because of all the diseases. As long as it's one rat, I find them cute. Maybe I'm just bad. It's going to be a bit more light. It's really dark inside. This is a statue of Caesar, Julius Caesar. Yes, we can see the Louvre again. So this is where I started streaming earlier, and it's really different at night. Like, it really doesn't look the same at all. And at this time, everyone is going to their hotel rooms before eating. So there's almost no one in the streets, and I like it, because the main reason why French people don't like Paris is because there are so many tourists everywhere that we can't go in the streets without being in a sea of people. So being here at night is nice because there's almost no one. Okay, sweet potato pie. So yes, I know these ones. Mac and cheese, yes. Potato salad. We have potato salad here. Corn on the cob. No idea what this is. Mashed potatoes and gravy. I need to try it. I've never tried it. Uh, I've never even tried like a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie. I know it's very famous, but it's almost impossible to find in France. So I mostly go to like Italian restaurants or Asian restaurants. Like I love Chinese food, Japanese food, Cambodian food, all this food. Whenever we say something with an American restaurant written on it, you know that they're only going to sell like burgers and stuff like that. Sometimes there's a bit of Mexican food, like the restaurants I went to yesterday, but that's it. It's mostly burgers and hot dogs. Yes, I want to try it. So please make me as much food as you can. Just don't. I won't eat stuff like pizzas or stuff like that, or maybe once, but I mostly want to try everything that I can't find in France, because it'd be like I would be a bit sad and disappointed if I was going to America for like 1 week or maybe 2, and then when I leave I realize that I haven't tried anything from there. It would be a bit sad. But yeah, sorry. What's that? Oh, okay. I had a hair on my cheek. Okay, so this is beautiful. Oh, the light isn't great. Sorry, my phone isn't great, but it's really nice. The lights are really nice, but all you can see is the huge light behind the Arc of Triumph. Okay, so this is where I used to play when I was a kid, with all these tiny ships that the ships. Oh, sorry. So I like this place. It reminds me of when I was a little kid playing all around this place. But no, when I go to Paris, every time I go to Paris, I go to the Louvre. I don't go to the museum itself. Well, I often go to the museum itself, but I mostly go to the galleries because I love these places where they sell minerals and stones and stuff like that. So I have a huge collection of minerals at home with like quartz, and it goes from quartz to granite to sapphires and stuff like that, but not expensive ones, of course. But every time I go to Paris, I go there. Well, I went there today, but I wanted to keep my money to send a raccoon to my food friend, so I didn't buy anything, but I will buy something next time. Okay, so I'm almost near the pyramids that you can see in David Chicotte. Okay. You'll soon be able to see the Eiffel Tower again in the corner. Don't know where exactly. Yes, there. Here. Yeah. So here, when I'll be on top of these stairs, I'll be in the like the gardens of the Louvre. So this is where the buildings start again, and all these things are the same palace. And underground, there's the museum. So right now, I'm walking over thousands of art pieces. Yes. So the Mona Lisa, I think it's underground, but I'm not really sure. I don't remember. I went to see Mona Lisa once, or maybe twice. But there's always so many tourists that I don't go there anymore. My favorite place is about Egypt, so I always go to the Egypt department when I go to the Louvre. But next time I come here, I go to the Greek department because I'm studying Greek culture this year. So yes. Oh, why is it so blurry? Sorry. It's better like this. So you can see all the buildings here. And this is one huge building. Sorry about the wind. The wind is back. And here you can maybe see the pyramid. But I'm going to walk near the pyramid again anyway. And I'll take the metro after. This is the auditorium, the small one. It looks better at night, I think. I prefer watching it at night. I prefer everything at night anyway, so I like the lights like this. So I don't know if the two people who are watching were there at the beginning of the stream, but if you were, you're going to see that at this time of the night there's almost no one left. Okay. Oh no. There's no cover. Okay. Well, sorry for this long stream. At least you saw another part of Paris, because I don't think that I've ever showed you the Louvre and these places in Paris. Okay. This is much better at night. It's beautiful. And someday I'll try to go to Versailles to show you the biggest palace in France, because you need to see this at least once. Because this is like a tiny palace compared to the one in Versailles. It's crazy. French kings were completely crazy. Okay. So this is what it looks like at night. I love it. This is like a Christmas tree that they already put all the Christmas lights in Paris and in every town in France. This is one part of the castle, and this is one of the entrance. But the museum is closed at this time of night, so I think that the water is really cold. Oh no, it's not that cold. Yes. So this is what it looks like inside. It's pretty nice. So this is where I spend most of my time when I go to Paris. And so not all the lights are off, I think. I don't remember how to say it in English. But all these corridors, they are parts of the museum. So you can see paints and statues and like, I don't know, all these art pieces. And I love going there. Sorry about the light. And this is my favorite part. This is the small place. Okay, so this song is really famous because it was in a movie made about kids learning how to sing in a chorus. So it's really famous in France. I love this place, especially at night, because during the day there are like people absolutely everywhere here. But at night it's almost calm. And the lights are beautiful. You can't really see it because my phone isn't great, but like the lights allow me to see all the small statues here, and I love this place. I love going here at night. So there's like every time there's someone different singing or playing music. I love when there's someone playing the trumpet, because not only trumpet is my favorite instrument, but you can hear it all around this place, and it's gorgeous. And I used to play the trumpet in a place a bit like this in my city, in a smaller place, but I love how it sounds. This is huge, and people used to live in here. That's crazy. And yes, it's a bit dark because uh, this is the huge door, and the M is because of Napoleon, who was an emperor, Napoleon the First. And this is the base. When I was telling you earlier, oh, this is a beautiful place. This is this church. And when I was like 1 or maybe 2 years old, they started renovating it, so you couldn't see this part at all. And they finished the work on this like 2 years ago, something like that. So now you can see the whole church, and it's beautiful, and the inside is gorgeous. But what I love, I don't know if you can see it, it's these. These are gorgeous. I took nice pictures earlier, so I'll send it to you if you want to. And all these things are souvenir shops and restaurants, way too expensive. If you ever come to Paris, I'll show you all the places where you can see any souvenir shops and stuff like that, not too expensive, and where you can eat without having to spend like 50 euros for one small meal. Because here everything is way too expensive. Every time there's a huge monument like this, it's expensive. Stade Charlotte, Opera. I'm trying to find the house or something like that. Oh, I think you can see the inside, yes. I don't know if you can see exactly, but there are columns everywhere inside. And the inside is wow, it's absolutely beautiful. Someday I'll try to take a picture. And the L, I don't know if you can see them. So it's like an L this way and an L this way. It's called Louis because it was the name of the French kings. Almost every one of them were called Louis. So we have Louis XIV is the most famous, and Louis the 16th also. But yeah. It was the name given to many French kings. Okay. So maybe you will see. Oh, don't know what I'm doing. Yes. So these were my favorite places to go in Paris. And whenever I go here, I always go to these places. Now I'm going to the metro. So at Bali stop streaming. So it looks like this. This is our French subway. See you later on the chat. And I hope that you enjoy the stream. Jose saying goodbye too. Okay, see you.